Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be checking out a video titled, I'm much happier living in Belgium than in the US. Here's how much it costs. That's also in the title. First of all, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. If you have any recommendations, click that link in the pinned comment section. You can recommend videos. I'll check them out as soon as possible. But today's about Belgium, man. I don't know. I don't think I've ever checked out a video related to Belgium of this type, where it's an American living over there and they're actually going to talk about Belgium, right? So I'm really interested in this video because it should give me a lot of perspective of Belgium, which I don't know much of. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Thank you for watching as usual again, and like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's learn about Belgium from an American's perspective.
My quality of life here in Belgium has increased compared to living in the US. Having the free time to spend with my family, also the access to travel and to be able to experience different cultures and foods and things like that without having to break the bank. I'm Jessica Van Dop de Jesus. I'm 45 years old and I live in Brussels, Belgium. I relocated from Washington, D.C. and I live with my husband and 7-year-old daughter.
Cheers to Brussels, where you can have a glass of wine on a Monday afternoon.
Man, she done hit me with so many surprises. 45, 7-year-old child. That's, wow, okay. Okay. Damn, that is impressive. Whew.
Nobody will judge you.
Hold on, run that back.
I live with my husband and 7-year-old daughter.
Cheers to Brussels, where you can have a glass of wine on a Monday afternoon and nobody will judge you.
Okay.
Bonjour. C'est possible 12, c'est plein air? Wait. So one of my favorite things to do in Brussels is go to the markets. There's some cafes nearby, so I always like to either have a coffee, or if I'm feeling a bit festive, I might even have a glass of wine.
Dude, I'm just trying to genuinely think about when I've ever seen eggs being sold outside, bro. Like, that is crazy. Yo, that's a different type of lifestyle. I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. That, if I had to do that, I'd feel so different. Like, literally going, like, that lady or that woman or whatever, she probably literally owns them eggs, and she raised the eggs, the chicken that lays the eggs. Wow, that's nice.
I love being able to take in the city, being able to see these beautiful buildings, or you walk by the market and you see the flowers, or you see like beautifully presented food. It just really gets you in a better mood than like sitting in traffic and seeing people yell at each other or honking the horn and stuff like that. My functioning language here is French because I speak enough French, obviously, to get by. Merci. Bonjour. But my husband's functioning language here is Dutch. So what we try to do is like divide and conquer. Freshman. Overall, I feel more content living here. There's still parts of me that kind of like tug, being away from my family. But overall, I feel I'm more at ease living here in Europe.
So now I'm really done.
Wow, okay.
So it's been a few minutes. The onions are now translucent. For us, we don't have like a hard budget. A lot of the things are already included in my husband's package. So the car, insurance, things like that.
Mortgage, come on now. Like, mortgage is a total different type of expense.
So what we have left to pay is mortgage, electricity, internet.
Okay, so is this all of it? I got about 3,000 over there. Okay, so this is about it. Okay, so the mortgage is obviously insane. You got a big house. There's no way you're paying $3,000 in mortgage, and that's not a wonderful house, because mortgage loans are very long. I don't know how they do it in Europe, but I think it's probably international that mortgages are pretty long, right? A couple of years on those. So for you to be paying $2,000, $3,000 a month, that's got to be a great home that you have, right? Childcare, 60. That's lovely. Insurance, 74. What kind of insurance you gotta have? Phone, 210. Damn, that's some American cost right there. 210 for phone? What the hell? Utilities, 261. Not bad, but that's a big house, so I can see why. Food, $700. Damn, y'all eating heavy. Whew. But let's be real. It's outside market. It's a lot more expensive. In the US, she'd probably be going over 1,000 with food, right? Since it's 3 of them, they seem like they eat good. Yeah, This is pretty reasonable. Outside of the mortgage, I don't know why it's so high, but obviously it could be a bigger house. I really hope they actually mention it. U.S. phone bill. Why do you have a U.S. phone? I was wondering why was the phone bill so expensive. They got a little thing down here. It says U.S. phone bill. Why do you have a United States phone bill? Do you not live in Belgium?
Like a hard budget. A lot of the things are already included in my husband's package. So the car, insurance, things like that. So what we have left to pay is mortgage, electricity, internet, these kind of like basic things. Healthcare is provided by the government. My husband does have some supplements that he does pay from his employer to get some private hospitalization or something like that. But it doesn't mean that if we don't have a job, we're not going to be on the street or not be able to afford healthcare. Euro copay is like 3-4 euros depending on what kind of treatment you're getting.
Okay.
So that's something that every family, regardless of their income status, gets here.
$180.
My husband has a company car, so he doesn't have to pay gas or a car payment or insurance. I'm a food and travel content creator with Dining Travelers, so I use some of that food as business expenses, especially if I'm doing like a long form food video. I cook pretty much every day. I do have a soft spot for certain ingredients like fish and shellfish and things like that. So it all depends what my mood is. If I see a nice piece of tuna, I'm gonna buy it. Welcome to Chez Moi, to my house. And let's start the tour with my favorite place, the kitchen. We own a duplex in a building that has 3 apartments, like a condo, and we paid around $590,000.
I was wondering why that damn mortgage was so high. Boy, what? You can get 2 houses in Texas for that. Like, where is she living? Like, I'm just being real with you. This is probably the first and the last video I'll ever see where I'm actually like, bro, America cheaper. Like, bro, $500,000. Good Lord. Hold on. I'm not sure I heard the right thing, so let me just run it back.
In a building that has 3 apartments, like a condo, and we paid around 500.
That's $600,000. That's not around 500. That's around 6,600. Damn. What? This could literally get you very much. Well, the reality is this house is probably made out of solid materials. Texas gets a hurricane, that's gone. A little bit of stuff happened, that's gone. So whatever. It's a win-win situation with that $587,000 house. But damn, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom, so a small whatever bathroom and a real bathroom. That's not bad. That's a pretty good house. But damn, $500,000, $600,000 is heavy, bro. Wow, I'm shocked.
$90,000. So this is my kitchen. In Europe, usually ovens are very tiny, but not the case with me because I love a big Thanksgiving turkey. So I actually got a full stove. No, because it's a mess. It's like a total mess.
We got a double fridge.
One of the challenges for us to buy our home here in Belgium is the fact that I'm a US citizen and there is a law called FATCA, which is a law that forces basically European banks to have to report back to the US on US citizens, and they will get heavily penalized if they don't. So we have a beautiful view of the city hall, and down here is our patio. When we were looking to buy our apartment and get a mortgage, out of 25 banks, only 3 banks would take a look at our application just for the simple fact that I was a US citizen or even just getting a bank account. It's hard to pick a favorite thing, but right now it's the light, and I actually installed all the crystals by hand. This is our bedroom. It's very basic. We pay a higher mortgage payment, but when we look at kind of our retirement picture and we want to be, it's nice to know that we're going to have a paid off apartment by the time that we retire. My daughter's room, it's a bit of a mess because she's 7, so it is what it is. Look at all these stuffed animals. I think I probably bought one or two, and the rest have been gifts from her or mine or Bob.
That's good.
So I grew up between Guayama, Puerto Rico and Rochester, New York. So as a kid, I was always very adventurous. I wanted to see the world.
Subway tietää, että sä haluat herkutella pikkurahalla. Ja siksi Nacho Chicken maksaa vain ne.
I've traveled all over the world with my job. I lived in Japan, South Korea, Germany, and done a lot of work projects in Australia,
military for you.
Southeast Asia, Africa. I've been very fortunate that my work has taken me to so many different places. I was deployed in Iraq in 2005. After being in a war zone and seeing how short life is, I decided to sell everything and use my GI Bill and go to graduate school in Belgium. That's how I spent 6 years here in Europe, what I call Europe 1.0. And right before I moved to Washington, D.C. in 2012, I met my husband, who is from Rotterdam, from the Netherlands. He was my 90-day fiance. I brought him back to the States. Some of the struggles for us in DC obviously was the cost of living as it kept on hiking up. Secondly is security, especially during the pandemic and post-pandemic, things got a bit more violent.
It did, DC. It did. She's not lying. It did. Shit did get crazy over there in COVID time period. Shit did get crazy, and election was coming around the corner. Yeah, she was wicked over there back, but yeah, she ain't lying.
I got fired from that job and I wasn't given a warning. The person didn't even turn on the camera. They were gonna give me a 2-week severance and she tried to take that away from me. So for me, that was like one of the tipping points of how you're treated. And also my husband felt the same. You know, he felt that you put so much time and you work for a company or you work for somebody and it's okay for people to treat you like that. My mother-in-law was diagnosed with Alzheimer's and that was kind of what gave us in to come back to Europe. I think anybody that lives abroad, the most challenging part is being away from family. I'm very content with my life. Living in Belgium right now, you pay for the financial security in the sense that, are we gonna become rich living here? Probably not, because of the high taxes. We pay around 55% in taxes, but it's nice to be able to have that kind of safety net. If you get laid off, if you lose work, you're able to make ends meet. And also security from a physical perspective. As a mother, especially with all the school shootings and stuff that I see in the States, I feel that my daughter is safer in the school environment here. So from those two perspectives, I definitely feel safer. Overall, we're really happy that we moved back to Europe. To me, like seeing my daughter grow up with so much culture around her, being able to give that lifestyle to my daughter is worth, all the sacrifices that we make.
I definitely understand, man. I definitely understand. Like, the only shocking thing about this entire video was the house cost, but I really don't know how they do things in Belgium. That's the reality. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if it's an expensive country, but she said 55% of their income is taxed, which is insane. I'm just wondering if the guy probably has like an insane job, because I do know, especially for like in Finland, the higher a job you have, the more it's progressive tax. So it's not like just one rate, it's progressive. So if that's the case, then obviously things would be very, very, very tough for them. But come on, you're paying $2,000, $3,000 a month for mortgage. I don't think they're in a predicament. I don't think so. But that's pretty good. I'm really happy for her, and her child is definitely in a better place. That is facts, right? And I think she'll be very much, fine living in Belgium. She seems like she's doing quite fine. her and her partner with a kid as well. They seem to be going quite fine, and Belgium seems quite interesting, especially with that market outside. Very interesting. Not something that I'm very used to. I've seen it quite sometimes in South Carolina. You do have farmers and stuff like that, but it's not something that I do. Like I go to them. No, I don't. I don't. I just use a store. So it's something that's refreshing to see, and I really enjoyed this little clip of her life. But you guys can let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, and you guys can share a little bit more about Belgium and that cost of living, because it was really interesting to me. Wasn't really sure about it, but thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe. Any recommendations, click that link in the pinned comment section and you can recommend videos and I'll check them out as soon as possible.